Hello students, welcome to my channel Hans Commerce Tutorial for the lectures on commerce, accounts, finance and management. My suggestion to you, before watching the video, please go to the description below my video. You'll find a link there. Take a printout of the problems given in the link and keep it ready before watching the video so that you can be able to understand the problem, the solution and the explanation to get the maximum benefit from the lectures. Thank you. Let's start problem number 28. So far we have done the problems on discrete series. We have calculated the standard deviation of discrete series and individual observation. Now first time we are going to start the problem on continuous series. Find out the problem number 28. Find out standard deviation. Age is given in years 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. So you can clearly see this is the first problem on continuous series. And age in years 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. Number of persons are 18, 30, 22, 10, 6. See, the procedure for calculating the standard deviation is same for discrete series and individual series. The only difference is we have to take the deviations from mid values. पहले discrete series में जब deviations लिए थे तो actual x के values से deviations लिए थे, लेकिन अब continuous series में जब deviations लेंगे तो we have to take the deviations from mid values. Class intervals are given, so we calculate the mid values and take the deviations from mid values. See, calculation of standard deviation. Age is given 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. Problem में दे दिया. And frequency, number of persons 18, 30, 22, 10, 6. The total of n is 86. Okay. First we calculate the mid values. So 0 plus 10 divided by 2, 5. 10 plus 20 divided by 2, 15. 20 plus 30 divided by 2, 25. Mid values are here. Now we multiply f into m. Frequency into mid value. 18 into 5, 90. 30 into 15, 450. 22 into 25, 550. 10 into 35, 350. 6 into 45, 270. The total of FM is 1710. Now by using this FM value, we can calculate the mean. Mean x bar is equal to summation FM by N. So 1710 divided by 86, you'll get 19.88. So again, the actual mean we got in fraction. So it will be better to take a assumed mean. अब इसके खरीद वाला वैल्यू 19.88 के बिल्कुल नियरेस्ट वैल्यू 20 है. So let the assumed mean be 20. So we are taking A is equal to 20. Now D, deviations. D is equal to M minus A. We are taking the deviations from mid values. A क्या लिया है? Assuming 20 है. तो M minus 20, 5 minus 20 minus 15, 15 minus 20 minus 5, 25 minus 20, 5. 35 minus 20, 15, 45 minus 20, 25. तो D आ गया. Now multiply F into D as usual. तो 18 into minus 15, minus 270. 30 into minus 5, minus 150. 22 into 5, 10, 110. 10 into 15, 150. 6 into 25, 150. The total of FD is minus 10. Minus 270, minus 150, plus 110, plus 150, plus 150. Minus 10. Now FD square, FD into D, 270 into 15, 150 into 5, 110 into 5. The total of FD square is 11,350. Now we can substitute the same formula is there for discrete series and continuous series. No change in the formula. Summation FD square by n minus summation FD by n whole square under root. FD square कितना 11,350 divided by 86 minus 10 divided by 86 whole square under root. So 11,350 by 86, you will get 131.976. 10 by 86. पहले calculator के ऊपर 10 divided by 86. Whatever value you get, into is equal to. Into is equal to. Square करने के लिए into is equal to मार दीजिए 0.01352 you get. Subtract कर दो 131.96248 under root. तो 11.487. You can make it as 11.49. This is the standard deviation. So once if you are perfect on discrete series, easily you can find out on continuous series. Only the thing is extra part क्या है यहाँ पर mid values लेना. We have to calculate the मिड वैल्यूज और मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे f इंटू एम एफ एम, वहां पर fx था, डिस्क्रीट सीरीज में fx था, यहां पर fm. That's it. Now 29th problem. Problem number 29. Compute standard deviation for the following data: 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15. Again we have continuous series. Frequencies are 2, 5, 8, 10, 12. Exactly similar to the previous problem. X values 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25, 30, 30, 35. Frequencies are given. The total of frequency 47. Now mid values: 0 plus 5 divided by 2, 2.5. 5 plus 10 divided by 2, 7.5. 10 plus 15 divided by 2, 12.5. All the mid values we got. Now FM, F into M, 2 into 2.5, 5. 5 into 7.5, 37.5. Multiply करो, FM का total आ गया 882.5. Now mean X bar is equal to summation FM by N. 882.5 divided by 47. You are getting 18.776. 18.776 एक्चुअल मीन फ्रैक्शन में है, लेकिन मिड वैल्यूज भी फ्रैक्शन में है. मिड वैल्यूज अब यहां पर राउंड ऑफ करके 20 अगर लेंगे, इफ यू टेक अज्यूम्ड मीन एज 20, देन ऑल दीज वैल्यू यू विल गेट इन फ्रैक्शंस. हम फ्रैक्शंस को अवॉइड करने के लिए अज्यूम्ड मीन ले रहे हैं. व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ टेकिंग द अज्यूम्ड मीन? टू अवॉइड द फ्रैक्शंस. अगर मैं यहां पर 20 अगर अज्यूम मीन लूं तो फिर ये पूरा फ्रैक्शन में आता है, क्योंकि मिड वैल्यूज फ्रैक्शन में. द मिड वैल्यूज आर इन फ्रैक्शन 0.5 में. तो व्हाट आई विल डू इज आई विल टेक अज्यूम्ड मीन एज 17.5. यहां पर देखिए 17.5 नियरेस्ट है 18.776, तो 17.5 को अज्यूम्ड मीन ले लिया. तो मिड d इज इक्वल टू m माइनस a, m माइनस 17.5. तो 2.5 minus 17.5 you'll get minus 15. 7.5 minus 17.5 you'll get minus 10. 12.5 minus 17.5 you'll get minus 5. तो यहां पर पूरे होल नंबर्स में आ रहा है, फ्रैक्शन में नहीं आ रहा. अगर यहां पर मैं होल नंबर में लेता तो ये सब फ्रैक्शन में आते थे. यहां पर मैं 17.5 लिया, तो दैट्स व्हाई वी गॉट होल नंबर. d आ गया f into d. 2 into minus 15 minus 30. 5 into minus 10 minus 50. 8 into minus 5 minus 40. FD, total of FD is 60. FD square, FD into D. 30 into 15, 450. 50 into 10, 500. 40 into 5, 200. ये minus into minus plus हो गया. तो total is 2950. Now standard deviation is equal to summation FD square by N minus summation FD by N whole square. तो 2950 divided by 47 minus 60 divided by 47 whole square. तो 2950 divided by 47, 62.766. 60 divided by 47 is equal to whole square 1.6297. Minus कर दो 61.1363. Standard deviation 7.82. 7.82 is the standard deviation. So this is the continuous series problem. Now 30th. Problem number 30 देखिए. Calculate the standard deviation from the following data. Marks in accounting 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. Number of students 5, 7, 14, 12. So here again we have continuous series and we have to calculate the standard deviation. Marks 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, like that last one 60 to 70. Frequencies are given, n is equal to 55. Mid values 0 plus 10 divided by 2, 5. 10 plus 20 divided by 2, 15, 25. Mid values are given. FM मालूम करेंगे, मल्टीप्लाई 5 5 is 25, 7 into 15 105. ये FM आ गया. तो मीन का वैल्यू, मीन का फॉर्मूला समेशन FM by n 1765 divided by 55, 32.09. तो एक्चुअल मीन वी आर गेटिंग इन फ्रैक्शन. अब अज्यूम इसको राउंड ऑफ कर देंगे, तो 35 अज्यूम मीन ले लिया हमने, क्योंकि ये मिड वैल्यूज पूरे होल नंबर में है. तो आई विल टेक द अज्यूम्ड मीन आल्सो ए होल नंबर. यहां पर फ्रैक्शन में थे तो मैं फ्रैक्शन में लिया, यहां पर assumed mean होल नंबर में, तो 35 I have taken assumed mean. D is equal to m minus 35. तो 5 minus 35, 15 minus 35, 25 minus 35, D आ गया. मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे f into D, f into D, FD आ गया. टोटल FD minus 160, FD square, FD into D, मल्टीप्लाई कर लो, 13,800 is summation FD square. Now substitute in the form. Summation FD square by n. 13,800 divided by 55. Summation FD by n minus 160 by 55 whole square. तो 250.91 minus 8.463. So 242.447 under root. After root, you will get 15.57 is the standard deviation. So we have completed 30 problems. In all these problems, we have done about individual series, discrete series, and continuous series of calculating standard deviation. I told you, among all the measures of dispersion, the most commonly used measure is standard deviation. And in examination also, very frequently they will ask the problem from standard deviation more frequently than compared to mean deviation or range or quartile deviation. So be perfect on these calculations of standard deviation. We have completed 30, problem number 30. Problem number 31. See the problem 31. Find out the mean and standard deviation of the following data: age under 10, under 20, under 30, number of persons dying. ये प्रॉब्लम में जो फ्रीक्वेंसी दिया नंबर ऑफ पर्सन्स डाइंग, ये सिंपल फ्रीक्वेंसी नहीं है, ये क्यूमुलेटिव है. क्योंकि एज अंडर 10 का मतलब 0 to 10, 0 to 10 नंबर ऑफ पर्सन्स डाइंग 15 है, और अंडर 20 का मतलब 0 to 20 हो गया. 0 to 20 की फ्रीक्वेंसी 30 है, तो 0 to 20 में 0 to 10 भी मिला हुआ है. तो अलग अलग करने के लिए हम क्या करेंगे? 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, like that class interval will make, and we go on subtracting the frequency from the top because it is less than. जब age under दिया है, under का मतलब less than, तो when the frequencies are less than frequency, you have to subtract from the top. पहले age under 0 to 10, इसकी frequency same ले लेंगे 15. उसके बाद 10 to 20, वो 10 to 20 फ्रीक्वेंसी माइनस करेंगे, 30 माइनस 15. फिर उसके बाद 53 माइनस 30, 75 माइनस 53, 100 माइनस 75, 110 माइनस 100, 115 माइनस 110, 125 माइनस 115. इस तरह सब्ट्रैक्ट करते आएंगे टॉप से. So the new point in this problem is we are given a cumulative frequency distribution. We have to convert this into simple frequency distribution, and then only we should calculate the mean and standard deviation. Calculation of mean and standard deviation. Age under 10, under 20, under 30, like this it is given. But we have to convert it into class interval. Under 10 का मतलब 0 to 10 लेंगे, फिर under 20 नहीं लेंगे, 10 to 20 लेंगे, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, लास्ट में अंडर 80 दिया, अंडर 80 को 70 to 80 लेंगे. अब we have to convert the cumulative into normal. तो कैसा करेंगे? पहला फ्रीक्वेंसी सेम, what is given the first frequency 15. अब सेकंड फ्रीक्वेंसी मालूम करेंगे ना, माइनस करेंगे 30 minus 15, 15, 53 minus 30, 23, 75 minus 53, 22, 100 minus 75, 25, 110 minus 100, 10, 115 minus 110, 5, 125 minus 115, 10. The total of the frequency you must get 125. That's all. ये एक ही नया पॉइंट है प्रॉब्लम में, बाकी का पूरा प्रॉब्लम सेम प्रोसीजर व्हाट वी हैव डन इन द प्रीवियस प्रॉब्लम. एक बार फ्रीक्वेंसी आ गया तो मिड वैल्यू मालूम करेंगे, 0 plus 10 डिवाइड बाय 2, 10 plus 20 डिवाइड बाय 2, like that 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, ये सब मिड वैल्यूज है. नाउ वी मल्टीप्लाई f into m fm, 15 into 5 75, 15 into 15 225, पूरे fm मालूम कर लिए, टोटल ऑफ fm is 4395. तो मीन मालूम कर लेंगे, x bar is equal to summation fm by n, 4395 divided by 125, 35.17. We are getting the actual mean in fraction, so we take the assumed mean. Let the assumed mean be 35. अब ये 35 क्लोज है, 35.16 के क्लोज है. तो now we take the deviations. D is equal to m minus a, mid value से deviation, m minus 35, 15 minus 30, 5 minus 35 minus 30, 15 minus 35 minus 20, 25 minus 35 minus 10, 35 minus 35 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. ये deviations are. Now multiply the deviations with frequency f into d. 15 into 30 minus 450, 15 into minus 20 minus 300, 23 into minus 10 minus 230, 22 into 0, 0, like this. FD are. The total of FD is 20. Minus 450 minus 300 minus 230 plus 250 plus 200 plus 150 plus 400. तो 20 आ गया समेशन FD. FD स्क्वायर FD into D, ये दोनों कॉलम्स को मल्टीप्लाई कर लो, FD स्क्वायर आ गया 48,800. Now we substitute. Summation FD square by n minus summation FD by n whole square under root. So 48,800 divided by 125 minus 20 divided by 125 whole square under root. So ये divide करो 48,800 divided by 125 390.4. 20 divided by 125 into is equal to 20 divided by 125 into is equal to you will get 0.0256. तो standard deviation 19.56. तो ये whole problem में नया point यही था कि we have to convert the cumulative to normal frequency and then we calculate the standard deviation. Now see the next problem 32. Problem number 32. Calculate coefficient of variation CV from the following data. Marks below 10, below 20, below 30, below 40, below 50, below 60. Below 20 से लेके below 60 तक number of students. Again ये problem में cumulative frequency दिया है. Under दो या below और under means same. So here also we have to convert the cumulative into normal. Difference कितना है 20, 30, 40, 50 में 10 का difference है. तो what we take 10 to 20 क्योंकि below 20 जरा तो we'll take 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. पहला frequency same ले लेंगे 80, 8 same ले लेंगे. Second frequency में 20 minus 8, 50 minus 20, 70 minus 50, 80 minus 70. Once if you convert this cumulative into normal frequency, then the procedure will remain same. Marks below 20, below 30, below 40 ये problem में दिया. मैं उसको क्लास इंटरवल में कन्वर्ट कर दिया 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. फ्रीक्वेंसी पहले अंडर 20, बिलो 20 का दे दिया 8 सेम. फिर 20 minus 8 12, 50 minus 20 30, 70 minus 50 20, 80 minus 70 10. The total of the frequency is 80. Right? Now mid values. 10 plus 20 divided by 2 15, 20 plus 30 divided by 2 25, 30 plus 40 divided by 2 35, 45, 55. Multiply f into m. 8 into 15, 12 into 25, 30 into 35, fm आ गया. Now mean is equal to summation fm by n. 2920 divided by 80, 36.5. I am getting the actual mean in fraction. So let the assumed mean be 35. यहाँ पर कोई भी एक mean ले लेंगे 35. 35 is very near to 36.5. तो assumed mean 35. m minus 35. 15 minus 35 minus 20. 25 minus 35 minus 10. D values आ गए. Deviations आ गया. Now f into d. Multiply frequency into deviations. FD total 120. FD square. FD into d. 10,400. Substitute standard deviation summation FD square by n minus summation FD by n whole square. 10,400 by 80. 120 by 80 whole square. तो 130 minus 2.2. तो standard deviation आ गया 11.30. But it is asking you in the problem to calculate CV, coefficient of variation. तो CV का formula sigma by x bar into 100. 11.30 divided by 36.5 into 100. 30.96. That is the CV, coefficient of variation. So we have completed 32. Now we'll start problem number 33. The following are the marks scored by two students in different tests. Find out who is more consistent. A's marks are given and B students' marks are given. So in this problem, we have to give the suggestion, we have to give the conclusion, which student marks are more consistent. अभी तक जो प्रॉब्लम्स करे थे, the previous problems were directly straightforward, calculating the standard deviation, calculating the mean, calculating the CV. But in this type of problems, we have to give the conclusion. So we must know that how to find out the consistency of variables. The consistency of two groups can be compared by calculating the covariation, coefficient of variation. CV we calculate for both the students' marks. Whichever student has lower CV, that student is more consistent. तो consistency compare करने के लिए CV calculate करेंगे. So here to find who is more consistent student, we calculate the CV of both students. Whichever student's CV is less, that student is more consistent. So consistency is opposite of variability, right? So calculation of CV. Student A, marks are given 20, 28, 32, 40, 50, 60, 75. These are the marks scored by A student. Now, first of all, we calculate the mean. Mean x bar is equal to summation x by n. 305 divided by 7 values. 7 marks are given. So 305 divided by 7, 43.57. 43.57. The actual mean is in fraction. So we take the assumed mean as 40. We take assumed mean as 40. So D is equal to x minus A. X minus 40. So 20 minus 40 minus 20. 28 minus 40 minus 12. 32 minus 40 minus 8. Like this we have calculated D. D square, 20 square 400, 12 square 144, 8 square 64. The total of summation D square is 2333. Now, standard deviation formula summation D square by n minus summation D by n whole square. So 2333 divided by 7. And 25, summation D is 25. 25 by 7 whole square. So you will get standard deviation 17.9. Coefficient of variation. CV का formula is standard deviation by mean into 100. So 17.90 divided by 43.57. Actual mean into 100. So 41.08 is the CV, coefficient of variation of the marks of student A. Now student B. Similarly, we calculate the CV of B student. We have taken it as Y. We can take it as X also. Y. So 15, 30, 20 like that. Summation Y is 215. So first we calculate the mean. Mean is equal to summation Y by n, 215 by 7, 30.71. So let the assumed mean be 30 because actual mean we are getting in fraction. So we take the assumed mean as 30. So D is equal to Y minus 30, Y 15 minus 30, 30 minus 30 0, 20 minus 30 minus 10. So D square, 15 square 225. So 0 square 0, 10 square 100. So summation D square 1275. Now we calculate the standard deviation. Summation FD square, not FD square, we'll take D square. Summation D square. Frequency is not there. It's an individual series. So summation D square by n, 1275 divided by 7 and 5. The total of D is 5. 5 by 7 whole square. So we'll get standard deviation 13.477. Coefficient of variation, standard deviation 13.477 divided by mean 30.71 into 100, 43.88. So we have calculated the CV of student A and CV of student B. Conclusion. CV of student A is 41.08. CV of student B is 43.88. So which student has lower CV? That student's marks are more consistent. The marks of student A is more consistent since his CV is less, that is 41.08. So this is the first problem in which we are finding out the consistency of values. Now see the 34th problem. Find out who is consistent player from the following. Player A, player B. So again, just like the previous problem marks were given. Here the score of player A and player B. Now we have to decide which player's score is more consistent. So we calculate the CV of player A and CV of player B, just like the previous problem. So to find the consistency, we calculate the CV of each player. Player A, X values. Summation X is 100. So mean is summation X by N, 100 by 5 values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it comes to 20. The actual mean is in a whole number. So we take the deviations from actual mean. There is no need for assumed. अब assumed mean नहीं लेंगे. Previous problem we have taken assumed mean. Now we take actual mean. So small x is equal to capital X minus x bar. So capital X minus 20. So 20 minus 20 is 0. 22 minus 22. 19 minus 20 minus 1. Square कर देंगे x को. तो 0. 2 square is 4. 1 square is 1. 3 square is 9. 4 square is 16. तो टोटल समेशन x स्क्वायर 30. तो स्टैंडर्ड डिविएशन का छोटा सा फॉर्मूला, स्मॉल फॉर्मूला, summation x square by n. This formula will apply when the deviations are taken from actual mean. So 30 by 5 under root. So 6 under root, standard deviation 2.449. So CV is Standard deviation by x bar into 100. 2.449 divided by 20 into 100. 12.245 is the CV of the scores of player A. Similarly, we have to calculate for player B. X values are given 10, 20, 18, 12, 15, totally 75. So mean 75 divided by 5, 15. Again we got a whole number. So we take the deviation, small x is equal to capital X minus x bar. So 10 minus 15, 20 minus 15, 18 minus 15. Square these values, 25, 25, 9, 9, 0. So summation x square 68. Standard deviation 68 by 5 under root 3.688. CV 3.688 divided by 15 into 100, 24.587. Conclusion. CV of player A 12.245%. CV of player B 24.587. So compare whichever player has lower CV, that player's score is more consistent. So ultimately we can give the conclusion, player A's score is more consistent. There is consistency in player A's score. That's it. So we have completed problem number 34.